Alright, let me test this out for a second. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. My name is Etzo Amore, and I am a bona G and a bona stud, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing? Welcome everyone, welcome back. This is Dragon Souls, coming back to live streaming. Keep in mind everyone, you might be probably wondering yourself, now wait a minute here, did he say he's supposed to come back at 12 o'clock this afternoon? Why is he doing it this early and late at night, you know, and at nighttime? Well, it's 9 o'clock everyone, 9 o'clock p.m. Why it took me this long for? Because we had a freaking thunderstorm, actually a tornado warning, and yeah, that's why I'm doing it now. Okay. Keep in mind, everyone, there might be an interruption with my with the stream tonight because I have my mom coming over here to pick up something. So therefore, yeah. If she comes over, if you see a blue screen, the mic will be muted. You won't hear nothing, but you'll be seeing a blue screen for a little bit. So until she's gone, okay. So if you're wondering what happened, that's what's going on, okay. So this is my review of what WWE Raw. What happened Raw and SmackDown, what happened last week, what my thoughts are. And I was wanting to do it last week and I couldn't do it because a lot of messes happened, and I'll get to it later, okay. So the first happened was Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, okay. Well, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman came out, and they came in and started doing their talking in the ring, and saying that Roman Reigns is no longer suspended. And but the thing is, they letting everybody know that he will not be there on Monday night, on that Monday night, and it's half of people was booing, half people was cheering, you know, and then they started talking. Then they did a little recap of what happened, what went down, what happened, and what went down, and all that stuff, you know, and about what Brock Lesnar went off and did to Roman Reigns. And then all of a sudden, the crowd went wild. They started cheering and everything else, and that's when they found out Roman Reigns came out of the crowd, and went in there and grabbed a chair and tried to start fighting. They was going back and forth fighting each other, but then Roman Reigns started. He still was hurting from what happened that last Monday Night Raw, so he got hurt real bad and everything, and that was about it. So the first match was the women's match, Nia Jax versus Mickie James. That was a pretty damn good match, and the winner of that match was Nia Jax. I couldn't even think of what happened on that match after that happened, but yeah, that was a good match. I enjoyed it. Next was the Miz TV. Fortunately, it was all whole thing was a setup. They came and they were sitting there he was sitting there talking about this and that, and then how the Miz like to run his mouth, and so he goes off and then it looked like that the Miz Taraj was turning against the Miz and everything, and then all of a sudden the two guest hosts was Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins came out first and started doing his talking and stuff, and said he was going to help him out, and then all of a sudden Finn Balor came out, did his talking and stuff, and because they're going to be having their pay-per-view for on WrestleMania. And then all of a sudden it looked like that they was gonna beat up on the Miz. Then all of a sudden they found out the whole thing was a setup, and they beat both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Van Balor. But then all of a sudden they got back at him and started beating the heck out of them, which was pretty cool, So after that was over, second match was Braun Strowman versus The Bar. The winner of that match was Braun Strowman. It was a pretty good darn match after all. I couldn't say anything bad about it. It was pretty damn good. They sit there and they wanted to know what who his tag team partner was for WrestleMania. He said there and told him, he said, you, he said, hush, and he's a hush. He's like, you two whiny little babies want to know who my partner is? You gotta beat it out of me. And all of a sudden he had a match with matches one. I think it was Sheamus, and he wanted to beat him. So yeah, they didn't find out who it was going to be his partner, but I've got a pretty good idea who his partner is going to be, and it's going to be awesome too. Kurt Angle and Ronda, I hope I got that name right. And they come out, and first Kurt Angle comes out, and his interest plays, and he comes out, and then all of a sudden he gets in the ring, and then she comes out. They sit here and they start talking about what Triple H and Stephanie McMahon was talking about, saying that they ain't got no chance in hell of winning WrestleMania, and then doing their talking, about what's gonna happen and this and that, and then Evolution, those three girls, Evolution comes out and starts doing their talking, gets in the ring with her, and they want her to join them to make their team as four instead of three, and in which she goes off and says, "Well, I thank you for the offer, I really do, but the answer is no." And then she says, "Well, you know what?" She's like, "I thank you for letting us know this, and I'm sorry to say that you picked the wrong answer." And so therefore, and then all of a sudden Paige walked out and got out of the ring for a minute, and then she goes out, and then her two friends jumped in the ring and was fisting. The blonde-headed one was fisting to hit her, and then all of a sudden, Kurt Angle stopped her from it, and then all of a sudden the other girl put her hands on her, and she's like, don't you put your hands on me? And she knocked her on her ass for a minute, and all of a sudden they was trying to get into it with her, and she beat the hell out of that one girl, and beat the heck out of her for a few minutes, and then the blonde-headed girl tried to get in there and try to fight her, and she couldn't get away. They didn't get away with it, and she had that red blonde-headed girl on her laying down in the middle of the mat, and she looked like she was gonna break her arm, and Kurt Angle goes off and said, "No, don't do it, don't do it." And then all of a sudden, tells her no. And it looks like she's like, okay, I'm gonna let go, But then all of a sudden, she acts like she's really gonna. And then she looks at Kurt Angle like, I'm really gonna break her arm. I'm really gonna break her arm, And he's like, don't do it, don't do it. Let her go, just let her go. And she's like, fine. And she let her go and everything. And and then all of a sudden, the dumbass bitch goes out, and then when it thought it was all gone, it was over with, and they was going like this here, raising her arm, and then all of a sudden, the dumbass goes off and tries to attack her from behind. She finds out about it, and she grabs her and flips her over on her ass. And it was so funny how they did it, I was like, yeah, you don't mess with her. So that was pretty damn good on that. Third match was John Cena versus Kane. And before anybody comes and tells me, did you know that they're making a movie called Duke Nukem or trying to? Then it's got John Cena is gonna play as Duke Nukem. Yes, I've been hearing this about it, and I went on YouTube and they was talking about it, that they might be having him to play as Duke Nukem. I can't see that. I can't picture John Cena being the Duke Nukem character, I really can't. So he goes off and he does everything to beat Kane, and there was a no disqualification match, which everything goes, and the winner of the match was John Cena, and he was, after his match was over, he went off and said, yelled at the Undertaker and told him that he wants to face him at WrestleMania. And he was doing all the Undertaker's moves during that match. It's all right. It could have been better, but it was all right. And that was it for that. And there, overall, the Raw was pretty darn good. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. So here's the match. Here's what I think about SmackDown. First match was Bobby and Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev. And the winner of the match was Jinder Mahal and Rusev because, they didn't. Them two, Bobby Roode and Randy Orton didn't get along whatsoever. And Randy Orton wound up giving his partner an RKO. right out of nowhere, got peed off. Apparently he pushed him or something, and he went off and gave an RKO. So that they won their match. So was it an okay match? I guess it was. I really didn't give a shit about that match at all. Second match was a women's match. Becky Lynch versus the Roddy Squad, Rot Squad, or whatever you call it. I can't even pronounce their name. Hell, it was 3 girls that came out, and the winner of that winner of the match was Becky Lynch. And let me tell you that that women's match was pretty damn good. I really enjoyed it. The third match was the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. The winner of that match was the Bludgeon Brothers. I think somebody interfered in that match, and that's why they won. They won. It was a DQ. I'm not sure. Yeah, actually it was. It was because somebody, the Usos came out and interfered in that match and everything. So yeah. Fourth match was Dolph Ziggler versus the Fashion Files, and the winner of that match was Dolph Ziggler. And I really don't know what happened in that match either. I forgot about what happened on that match, but it was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. The fifth and the final match was Shinsuke Nakamura versus I couldn't even pronounce this name. Oh, I think it was that oh, that's that one guy. I cannot pronounce his freaking name though. Shouting Benjamin. There we go. Yeah, Shouting Benjamin. And the winner of that match was Shinsuke Nakamura. That match was a pretty freaking good one. He had AJ Styles to be out there to watch it, and he said, what? And he goes off and he said he has him to come out there and come in there, and he says, he starts smiling and laughing, and he's like, I never needed you to come out here. He said, what? He said, well, if you didn't need me out here, then why did you bring me out here for? I wanted you to see how I was going to beat you at WrestleMania. And then all of a sudden, somebody jumped on me, and they go, them people, and them goes off and jumped him and everything, and jumped AJ Styles and everything, and he went back in there, beat the heck out of both of them, and then all of a sudden, AJ Styles was fixing to get up, and then all of a sudden he's like fixing to kick him, making him look like he was going to kick him right in the face, and he's like, knee to face. And then he smiled at him, and he turned around and walked away, and AJ's like, like, what the heck? Okay. So that was it for that one, everyone. For that. And I do want to apologize to certain people. I want to apologize to first of all, I want to apologize to one of my longtime subscribers. His name is T-Rex Gaming. He was asking me last week, I think it was last Friday. Yeah, it was. He had asked me last Friday, was I going to do my review for this Raw WWE Raw and SmackDown last week, and I said unfortunately no, because some things came up, and some personal things, some things had came up, and had to work on it, you know. And he said, which he didn't respond back to me on that, but I'm hoping that everything's okay with him, and but like I said, I want to say I do apologize to him for that. So what have been working on? Well, everyone, and I got to address this to Nickel Boy 53. Okay. As you all know, the PSN app. Sony has updated the PSN app, and I was trying to up and get it fixed, you know, and unfortunately I accidentally boo-booed and accidentally created me a second account. Created me a second gamer tag. And I did not mean to do that. It was an accident, which I got rid of it. And Nickel Boy 53 kept saying, "Why don't you use it? You get a month free, you know." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." I was like, "That was an accident. I didn't mean to create me a new gamer tag because it was a mistake, you know, and I logged out of it. I'm not gonna use it." And then all of a sudden he says, "Oh, is this your new profile and your new picture?" I said, "No." I said, the one that y'all seeing with me go like this here, with the back screen being white and everything. On my PSN, that is my old picture, and no, it won't be there for long. I'm trying to come up with another picture to replace that, and so and then Nickel Boy 53 goes off and asks me. He says, "Well, if you're not gonna use, what are you gonna do with that other gamer tag then? If you're not gonna use it, then." Nothing. That's what I'm going to do with that gamer tag. Nothing. I'm not going to use that gamer tag. And then he sits there and says, "Well, why don't you give it to your brother? He said, why don't you let your brother have it?" Well, here's the thing is, I don't know if your brother, I don't know if my brother can have that gamer tag or not, because here's the problem with this, everyone. Nickel Boy 53, this is for you. The reason why I'm saying my brother cannot have my that new gamer tag I accidentally created because of that update that Sony did. I cannot do that. Give him that gamer tag, because he does not, and I repeat, he does not know anything about a gamer tag. He does not have the PSN app on his phone. He don't know anything about them, and he does not have a PS4 system at all. So there you go. So please do not ask me about that again, okay? Now, tomorrow afternoon, everyone, my new gameplay of Far Cry 5 that everybody has been waiting for starts tomorrow afternoon around 1 o'clock, between 1 and 1:30 in the afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, okay? And I'm gonna do that tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, Thursday, this Thursday. I'm gonna be sitting here watching my Raw and SmackDown, So Friday, there is going to be a live stream. There are going to be 2 live streams Friday if it's not storming. One for my review of WWE Raw and SmackDown, and also a second stream of Far Cry 5. Okay, now keep in mind Thursday I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna sit here, watch my Raw and SmackDown Thursday. Try to Thursday, because Thursday is I'm gonna go get my groceries. And then I got my maintenance guy coming over here to fix my toilet. I'm not going to go into details about that, but yeah. And after that's all said and done, and I get to watch my Raw and SmackDown, if I have time, I'm going to start a new live stream that Thursday of Far Cry 5. Now, everyone, there is going to be a new release day, midnight release day unboxing of God of War. I just pre-ordered it and paid it off today. And I just talked to the guys down at GameStop about it, and they said yes. They said we are going to be doing a midnight release day, on that Thursday night, which is on the 29th, on the 19th of this month, which is awesome. So be on the lookout for that, okay? So for a good while there will not be, and I repeat, there will not be no gameplays of GTA Online for a good while, because I'm going to be fully focusing on Far Cry 5. Alright? Now, I have this little song that I want to go ahead and sing. And this song goes to one of my subscribers. Her name is Carrie. And, actually, before I even do this, I'm going to talk about what I've been up to. So here's what I'm going to finish my little story about what happened with this, okay? So that happened. So the PSN app that had the update, that happened Saturday, that happened Friday it was all day Saturday. So I was working on that Saturday. And also April 1st was last Sunday. By the way, Nickel Boy 53, ha 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 ha. April Fools for what I said to you about my brother. And that was me texting you, telling you that, hey, this is Dragon Soul's brother, Junior. My brother, Dragon Souls, is not here right now. He's spending some time with his family and all this good stuff. Well, that was all a lie, because I was working on some other things. And I was working on the app, and on the PSN app, and on my phone. I was working on my other phones as well, and I didn't really have time to talk with everybody, you know. And then yesterday, I wound up having to go to the hospital out of town. My uncle Junior came by and picked me up and took me out of town to the hospital. Yes everyone, I had a CT scan done on my heart. I had a CT scan on my heart, and what happened was, and to see if I had a blockage in my heart. I got the results in, but I'm not going to say what it is, what it is, but because somebody in my family might be watching, so I'm not going to say. But I will say, give you details about what happened there, okay? So the medicine that the doctor gave me to slow my heart down to 50 didn't work. It knocked it down to 60. So they had to give me 2 more pills to slow it down a little bit more, and then to 50. And when it worked, they had me to get on that, and it looked like some kind of bad machine. And they put an IV in this arm right here, and she told me, she said the machine's going to talk to you, and it's going to tell you to breathe in, hold it for 10 seconds, and then breathe out, and then kept doing that, and then kept doing it, and then all of a sudden she had my arms like this, you know. And then she's like, now, sir, I want to tell you something. She's like, I'm putting something in your IV. And she said, have you ever seen the show Dragon Ball Z? And I said, yes, I have. And I said, I'm a big fan of it. Why? She said, well, I'm gonna make you feel like a Super Saiyan for a few minutes. She said, you're gonna feel like you're actually turning into a Super Saiyan, and then you're gonna get a bad aftertaste in your mouth. I was like, oh boy. I was like, she said, but whatever you do, don't panic. I said, I'm not gonna. I said, don't worry about that. I said, I watched too much Dragon Ball, and I know what's going on. And she said, okay. So all of a sudden, from my feet all the way to my hands, I felt like, you know how Goku was like this here, and he's like on the Cell games, and he was like this here. He's like, and he was like here. He's like, right here, and when he was powering up to turn into a Super Saiyan. Well, that's how I felt. I felt like I was turned into a Super Saiyan right there, really. And I was on fire and everything for a good while, and I didn't panic or anything. And then after it was over with, a bad aftertaste came in my mouth. And oh man, let me tell you something. It tastes like shit. It tasted like somebody put a big chunk of doo-doo in my mouth. That's how disgusting it was. So then after she got done doing that, she took the IV out of my arm, you know, and said there and told me I did a great job, you know. And she said, "Are you a diabetic?" I said, "No, ma'am, I'm not." Why? She's like, "Go somewhere and get you a soda, and drink your soda and get that bad aftertaste out of your mouth." I was like, "Thank you, ma'am." She said, "You're welcome." She said, "You're welcome, Dragon." And so she, after we got done talking, you know, I left from there, you know, and we left from there, and that was it. And then my uncle, he brought me back home, and that was about it. So that's what I've been up to this whole time, and why I couldn't live stream this for almost 5 days now. From last Friday to now until now, and that's why. Okay, so to let everybody know, I'm not in a good mood this week. Okay. So if you come to my live streams, please, I beg of you, please be nice and come and enjoy the show and everything, but do not start any shit with me. I don't want no drama. If I see anybody starting anything in the stream chat and I don't like it, you're gonna be timed out. You come back in my stream chat and you do it again, you're going to be banned. I am not in a good mood this week, okay? After what I've been through through the weekend, I am not in a good mood this week, okay? So yeah, I want to say a great big thank you, and I do want to apologize to T-Rex Gaming. I do want to apologize to FBI agent Jamie, and also Mike the Night 91. I want to apologize to them for what happened there in the weekend. I just turned on ps4 on this month a while ago, and I found out that he sent me an invite to GTA Online, which I think it was yesterday, which I wasn't even online at all. So I do apologize to him for that. And also, I'm going to be making a video tonight, actually. I'm going to be making a video, actually, tonight, asking y'all a big question about a certain game. Okay? And I'm not going to reveal it right here. Okay? But there is a song I did, like I said a while ago, until I just thought of that other thing. But I need, before I sign out, I want us to hear and do a song to a very special YouTuber. Her name is Carrie, and I feel like I need to do this for her. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you for being a friend. Dun, 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 dun. For being there when I need a friend, when I need a cheering on. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being a friend. When I felt really bad, when I needed somebody to be there to talk. Thank you for being my friend. Dun, 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 dun. Now, if you're wondering where that song, what is that song and where it came from, the song came from the Golden Girls. If you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube, and you'll see the theme song. And I don't know if it's still on TV or not, but it was a TV show. It's a comedy TV show. It's called. It's three old ladies who are best friends, and they throughout the entire show, they did nothing but joke, and I'm talking about non-stop joke, and I would laugh my ass off. I watched that when I was a little kid with my mom, and we watched that every day. And one of the girls is named Betty White, and they were fantastic actors on that show, and may they rest in peace. But I used to watch them, and that's where I got the song from. So I'm hoping that wasn't too cheesy for her. Carrie, hello. Thanks. Hey, you're welcome, and welcome to the stream, girl. I want to personally say, Carrie, thank you for being there when I needed when I needed to be cheered up. I wasn't feeling good, and I needed to be cheered up. I needed somebody to make me feel happier, and make me feel good, and you was there for me when I needed it the most, and I thank you for it. But yeah, ouch, damn, that kind of hurts. I can't be stressed out, everyone, and that's what's causing my chest to kind of hurt every now and then, is because of stress, which I'm under right now. Yes, I know. Anytime, anytime. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you very much. And also, wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. I went and got me a new virus protection, everyone. I'm not going to tell you what the virus protection is, but I went and got me a new virus protection for my computer today at Walmart. And that's what I've been working on earlier today. And also, what else? Yeah, I also almost forgot about it. I just released my final part of Monster Hunter World gameplay part 41. It has my review, it has my my singing at the end of it, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. If you haven't checked it out yet, please go do so. For those who did watch the video, I got 3 likes on that video right now. And for those who did check it out and hit the like button on that video, thank you. Thank you very much. And Carrie, I know you're one of them. And I thank you for it. That goes to show to me, let me know that y'all appreciate what I did on that video, and letting everybody know, even let Capcom know, I was not about to kiss their ass. And so to end this live stream, everyone, I just wanted to sit here and say before my mom comes over, post your comments on this video. Let me know what you all think of this live stream tonight. If you enjoyed this live stream, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not, then I just got one word to describe you, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. SAWFT, soft.